Welcome back to the audio bookshelf. We hope you enjoy the book, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to get our latest content. Please enjoy. The Influence Algorithm, Decode, Control, Dominate. Presented by Theo E. David from the audio bookshelf. Chapter 1, The Architecture of Influence. What drives the decisions we make, the actions we take, and the beliefs we hold? Influence is not a mysterious force, it's a structured, repeatable process built upon psychological principles, environmental cues, and behavioral triggers. Understanding this process is key to decoding the algorithms of human behavior and becoming a master of influence in personal and professional settings. Influence begins with awareness. Every day, we are exposed to thousands of messages competing for our attention. From social media ads to personal conversations, each one leverages principles of persuasion, whether consciously or unconsciously. By learning to recognize these patterns, you unlock the ability to take control of how and when you are influenced. You become not just a participant in the game, but a strategist who shapes its outcomes. At the heart of influence is the interplay of three primary components: message, messenger, and environment. The message, what is being communicated and how it resonates with the recipient's needs, fears, or aspirations. The messenger, who delivers the message and their perceived credibility or relatability. The environment, the physical or psychological setting that frames the message and impacts its effectiveness. These components don't operate in isolation. They work together, creating a dynamic system where small changes in one can amplify or diminish the impact of the others. Let's explore each in detail. The message. The effectiveness of any message lies in its clarity and emotional relevance. A message that is vague or fails to connect emotionally will struggle to gain traction. For example, consider an advertisement for a fitness program. If the message simply states, "Get fit," it might fail to inspire action. Contrast this with a more specific and emotionally charged message: "Lose 10 pounds in 30 days and feel confident in your skin again." Emotional resonance is the key to bypassing rational resistance. Humans are emotional beings, and our decisions are often driven more by feelings than logic. A powerful message taps into desires or fears, creating a sense of urgency or possibility that compels action. To craft impactful messages, consider the following techniques. Personalization. Tailor the message to the individual's unique context or identity. Storytelling. Use narratives that evoke empathy and make the message memorable. Call to action. Clearly outline what the recipient should do next and why it benefits them. The messenger. Who delivers the message can be as important as the message itself. Research consistently shows that people are more likely to trust and act upon information when it comes from a source they find credible, relatable, or authoritative. This is why endorsements from experts or testimonials from peers are such powerful tools in marketing and persuasion. Credibility can be built through expertise, honesty, and authenticity. A messenger who demonstrates deep knowledge of a subject, speaks transparently about their intentions, and appears genuine is far more likely to earn trust. On the other hand, relatability creates a sense of connection. When the recipient sees themselves in the messenger, they feel understood and are more open to influence. The key takeaway: your messenger must match the audience. For example, if you are addressing young professionals, your ideal messenger might be someone who has recently navigated similar challenges and achieved success. If your audience is parents, a relatable messenger could be another parent sharing their journey. The environment. The third pillar of influence is the setting in which the message is delivered. The environment can enhance or undermine the impact of both the message and the messenger. Consider the difference between a professional seminar and a casual coffee shop conversation. In one, the formality might lend weight to the message, while in the other, the relaxed atmosphere might make it feel more approachable. Environment also includes timing and mood. A perfectly crafted message delivered at the wrong moment can fail. Similarly, a distracted or stressed audience is less likely to engage with even the most compelling messenger. To optimize the environment for influence. Control the setting. Choose locations or contexts that support your message's tone and purpose. Leverage timing. Identify moments when your audience is most receptive to the message. Eliminate barriers. Minimize distractions or discomfort that could detract from the message's impact. Chapter 2. The Psychology of Persuasion. At the core of every act of influence lies the human psyche, a complex and often predictable system of desires, fears, and biases. To understand influence fully, you must grasp the psychological triggers that guide decision-making and behavior. These triggers, grounded in decades of research, are the building blocks of persuasion. One of the most widely recognized frameworks in this field comes from Dr. Robert Cialdini, whose 6 principles of persuasion have become foundational in understanding how people are influenced. These principles, reciprocity, commitment, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity, serve as a roadmap for decoding human behavior. Let's explore each in detail. Reciprocity. The principle of reciprocity is simple. When someone gives us something, we feel obligated to return the favor. This instinct is deeply rooted in human culture, where cooperation and mutual support have long been essential for survival. Marketers and influencers leverage reciprocity by offering free samples, valuable information, or small favors, knowing these gestures can create a sense of indebtedness. For example, a company offering a free ebook may find that recipients are more likely to purchase their paid courses or products in the future. To apply this principle effectively, offer genuine value before asking for anything in return. Avoid insincere or manipulative gestures, as they can backfire. Focus on creating a balanced exchange that feels fair to both parties. Commitment and consistency. People have a natural desire to act consistently with their past commitments, especially when those commitments are public or written. This principle is why signing a pledge, making a verbal agreement, or taking a small initial step can lead to larger actions later. For instance, a fitness app might encourage users to set small daily goals, such as walking for 5 minutes. Once the user establishes this habit, they are more likely to commit to larger goals like completing a 30-day fitness challenge. Strategies to leverage commitment and consistency. Encourage small, low-risk commitments as a starting point. Reinforce consistency by highlighting progress and achievements. Use public declarations, such as sharing goals on social media, to strengthen commitment. Social proof. Humans are inherently social creatures, and we often look to others for guidance, especially in uncertain situations. This behavior, known as social proof, explains why testimonials, reviews, and popularity metrics are so influential. Consider the impact of a restaurant with a long line outside. Even without knowing the quality of the food, most people assume the restaurant must be good because of its popularity. Similarly, online retailers prominently display customer reviews and ratings to reassure potential buyers. To harness social proof, showcase testimonials, case studies, and success stories. Highlight the number of users, followers, or satisfied customers. Use relatable examples that align with your target audience. Authority. People are more likely to trust and follow the guidance of individuals they perceive as experts or authorities. This principle is why credentials, titles, and uniforms can significantly enhance a message's impact. In the digital age, authority is often demonstrated through content. A thought leader who publishes insightful articles, speaks at conferences, or shares expertise on social media builds credibility and trust with their audience. To establish authority, share knowledge and insights that demonstrate expertise. Highlight relevant achievements, qualifications, or endorsements. Maintain consistency and professionalism in your messaging. Liking. We are more likely to be influenced by people we like. Factors that contribute to liking include physical attractiveness, similarities, compliments, and shared goals or values. For example, a salesperson who takes the time to build rapport and find common ground is more likely to close a deal than one who jumps straight into the pitch. The same principle applies in leadership, where likable leaders inspire loyalty and cooperation. Tips for increasing likability. Find and emphasize similarities with your audience. Use genuine compliments and positive reinforcement. Build trust through transparency and empathy. Scarcity. The fear of missing out is a powerful motivator. When people perceive something as rare or limited, they value it more and are more likely to act quickly. This principle is why the limited time offers and only a few left in stock messages are so effective in marketing. Scarcity isn't just about availability, it can also apply to opportunities, information, or experiences. For example, exclusive access to a webinar or a members-only discount can create a sense of urgency. To use scarcity effectively, clearly communicate the limited nature of an offer or opportunity. Avoid overusing scarcity tactics, as they can lose credibility. Ensure the scarcity is real and not artificially created. Understanding these 6 principles of persuasion provides a foundation for ethical and effective influence. However, the key to mastery lies not in rote application but in adapting these principles to specific contexts and audiences. Chapter 3: Identifying and Understanding Your Audience. Influence begins with knowing who you are trying to reach. Without a clear understanding of your audience, even the most persuasive strategies can fall flat. Effective influence is about speaking directly to the needs, desires, and pain points of your target audience, making your message feel personal and relevant. To truly understand your audience, start by segmenting them into distinct groups based on shared characteristics. These characteristics can include demographics, psychographics, behaviors, or preferences. Each segment represents a unique subset of individuals with specific motivations and barriers to action. Demographics and psychographics. Demographics provide a broad overview of your audience, including factors like age, gender, income level, education, and geographic location. While these details offer valuable context, they often fail to capture the deeper psychological drivers of behavior. That's where psychographics come in, analyzing values, interests, attitudes, and lifestyle choices. For example, 2 individuals might share similar demographic profiles but differ significantly in their motivations. A 30-year-old professional in an urban setting may prioritize career advancement, while another with the same profile might focus on work-life balance. To gather insights into psychographics, use surveys or interviews to uncover attitudes and preferences. Analyze social media interactions and online behavior. Monitor trends and patterns within your audience's community or industry. Behavioral insights. Understanding how your audience behaves provides actionable information about their habits, decision-making processes, and pain points. Behavioral data can include purchase history, website interactions, or responses to past campaigns. Behavioral analysis helps you identify what motivates action or creates resistance. For instance, tracking which emails get opened or which products generate repeat purchases can reveal patterns that inform your strategy. Leverage behavioral data by identifying triggers that lead to desired actions, recognizing barriers that prevent engagement, testing and refining messages based on observed responses, empathy and emotional mapping. To connect deeply with your audience, you must step into their shoes. Empathy is about understanding their struggles, hopes, and fears, not just intellectually but emotionally. Emotional mapping involves identifying the specific emotions your audience associates with a problem or opportunity. For example, someone considering a career change might feel excitement, fear, or uncertainty. Addressing these emotions directly, offering encouragement, reducing anxiety, and providing actionable steps can significantly increase engagement. Build empathy by listening actively to feedback and concerns. Using real-life stories or testimonials to connect emotionally. Validating your audience's feelings and experiences. Tailoring your approach. Once you've gathered detailed insights into your audience, the next step is to tailor your approach. A one-size-fits-all strategy rarely works. Customization is key. Align your messaging, tone, and delivery method with the preferences of each audience segment. For instance, a tech-savvy audience might prefer detailed data and interactive content, while another group might respond better to simple, visual messaging. Similarly, younger audiences may engage more with social media, while older demographics might prefer email or in-person communication. Consider the following tactics for customization. Use language and references that resonate with specific groups. Choose communication channels your audience already uses. Test different approaches and refine based on results. Understanding and segmenting your audience is not a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. As your audience evolves, so should your approach. Continuous learning and adaptation ensure that your influence remains relevant and impactful. Chapter 4: Crafting Irresistible Offers. The foundation of influence lies not just in understanding your audience, but also in presenting something they find irresistible. An offer is not limited to a product or service. It can be an idea, an opportunity, or even a call to action. The key is to make your offer so compelling that your audience feels it would be a mistake to say no. Creating an irresistible offer involves three primary elements: value, clarity, and urgency. Let's examine each in detail. Value, the core of an irresistible offer. At its heart, every offer must deliver value. People are naturally drawn to opportunities that promise to fulfill a need, solve a problem, or create a desirable outcome. However, value is subjective. It depends on what your audience perceives as important or beneficial. To craft high-value offers, focus on these areas. Solve a specific problem. Clearly identify a pain point your audience faces and show how your offer provides a solution. For example, a productivity tool that helps users save 2 hours a day delivers tangible value by addressing time management challenges. Highlight benefits over features. While features describe what your offer does, benefits explain how it improves the recipient's life. Instead of listing technical specifications, emphasize outcomes, such as increased efficiency, financial savings, or emotional satisfaction. Exceed expectations. Overdeliver by adding bonuses, premium support, or exclusive content that enhances the value of your offer. Remember, the perceived value of your offer can be influenced by context. Packaging, presentation, and positioning all contribute to how your audience evaluates its worth. Clarity, remove barriers to understanding. An irresistible offer must be simple and easy to understand. Confusion or ambiguity can create resistance, even if the value is evident. To ensure clarity, use clear and direct language, avoid jargon or overly complex explanations. For instance, instead of saying, "Our advanced algorithm optimizes task efficiency," simplify it to, "Our tool helps you get more done in less time." Outline what's included. Break down your offer into specific components so your audience knows exactly what they'll receive. Transparency builds trust and reduces hesitation. Anticipate questions. Address potential objections or uncertainties up front. For example, include FAQs, risk-free guarantees, or testimonials to reassure your audience. The easier it is for someone to understand your offer, the more likely they are to take action. Urgency, inspire immediate action. Without a sense of urgency, even the most compelling offer can lose momentum. Urgency motivates your audience to act now rather than delaying or forgetting altogether. Creating urgency doesn't mean pressuring or manipulating, it's about highlighting why timing matters. Effective strategies for urgency include limited time availability. Set a deadline for your offer, such as "This offer expires in 48 hours. Exclusive access. Offer something that's only available to a select group or for a short period, like early bird pricing or a members-only discount. Scarcity. Emphasize limited quantities, such as only 10 spots left, to create a sense of exclusivity. It's important to ensure your urgency tactics are authentic. Artificial deadlines or false scarcity can erode trust and harm your credibility. Building the ultimate offer framework. Combining value, clarity, and urgency creates a framework for offers that consistently resonate with your audience. For example, Consider an online course targeting aspiring entrepreneurs. Value: learn how to launch your first business and generate income in 90 days, even with zero experience. Clarity: this course includes 12 step-by-step video lessons, live Q&A sessions, and lifetime access to all materials. Urgency: enroll by midnight tonight to receive a free one-on-one coaching session with the instructor. When these elements align, your audience sees your offer not as a cost, but as an opportunity they can't afford to miss. Chapter 5: Overcoming Resistance. Even the most well-crafted offers encounter resistance. Whether it's skepticism, fear of failure, or simple inertia, resistance is a natural part of the decision-making process. To influence effectively, you must address these barriers and guide your audience toward taking action. Resistance often stems from one or more of the following factors. Lack of trust: your audience may doubt the credibility of your claims or the reliability of your product or service. Perceived risk: the fear of losing time, money, or reputation can prevent people from making a commitment. Indecision: overwhelmed by choices or uncertain about the right path, your audience may default to inaction. Understanding these forms of resistance is the first step toward overcoming them. The next step is implementing strategies to reduce or eliminate barriers. Building trust. Trust is the foundation of influence. Without it, your audience will be hesitant to engage, no matter how compelling your offer may be. To build trust, be transparent. Share honest details about what your audience can expect, including potential limitations or challenges. Show social proof. Testimonials, case studies, and endorsements from credible sources demonstrate that others have benefited from your offer. Maintain consistency. Ensure your messaging, actions, and values align across all interactions. Inconsistencies can raise doubts and erode trust. Minimizing perceived risk. To reduce your audience's sense of risk, focus on creating a safety net. This might include guarantees. Offer a money-back guarantee or a risk-free trial period to reassure your audience. Incremental steps. Allow people to engage with your offer in small, low-commitment ways before asking for a larger investment. Transparent pricing. Clearly outline costs and avoid hidden fees to eliminate surprises. Simplifying decisions. Decision fatigue is a real phenomenon. When people face too many choices or complex options, they may choose to do nothing at all. To make decision-making easier, present clear options. Limit the number of choices to 2 or 3 and highlight the best option. Provide guidance. Use language that frames the decision positively, such as "this is our most popular option" or "best value for first-time users." Create a pathway. Offer a clear, step-by-step process for taking action, reducing the mental effort required to say yes. By addressing resistance proactively, you make it easier for your audience to overcome doubts and move forward confidently. When trust is established, risks are minimized, and decisions are simplified, influence becomes a seamless process. Chapter 6: The Power of Storytelling. Stories have been the cornerstone of human communication for centuries, shaping cultures, conveying values, and influencing behaviors. They are more than just entertainment. They are tools of persuasion that tap into our emotions, make information memorable, and inspire action. When used effectively, storytelling can elevate your influence to new heights. At the core of every impactful story lies 3 essential elements: relatability, emotion, and structure. These components work together to create a narrative that resonates with your audience and drives them toward your desired outcome. Relatability, connecting through shared experience. A story that resonates with your audience must feel relevant to their lives or aspirations. Relatability bridges the gap between you and your audience, creating a sense of understanding and trust. To craft relatable stories, know your audience, understand their struggles, dreams, and values. Stories that reflect their realities or aspirations are more likely to engage them. Use familiar scenarios, incorporate situations or challenges your audience has experienced, making it easier for them to see themselves in the narrative. Humanize the characters. Whether you're sharing a personal anecdote or a fictional example, make the characters relatable by giving them real emotions, dilemmas, and growth. For example, a financial advisor might share the story of a client who overcame debt to achieve financial freedom. This narrative can inspire others facing similar challenges. Emotion, the key to engagement. Stories that evoke emotion are far more impactful than those that rely solely on facts or logic. Emotions capture attention, foster empathy, and create lasting impressions. When crafting your story, consider which emotions you want to evoke, such as hope, fear, excitement, or nostalgia, and how they align with your message. To add emotional depth to your stories, be vulnerable, share challenges, setbacks, or failures. Vulnerability makes your story authentic and relatable. Use descriptive language, paint vivid pictures with words to immerse your audience in the experience. Instead of saying, "He was nervous," describe his trembling hands or racing heartbeat. Highlight transformation, show how the characters grow, overcome obstacles, or achieve success. The journey from struggle to triumph is one of the most powerful emotional arcs. Structure, guiding the journey. A well-structured story keeps your audience engaged and ensures your message is delivered effectively. The classic storytelling framework, beginning, middle, and end, provides a simple yet powerful structure. Beginning, introduce the characters, setting, and conflict. Capture your audience's attention by presenting a relatable challenge or intriguing scenario. Middle, describe the journey, including obstacles and turning points. This is where you build emotional engagement by delving into the struggles and triumphs of the characters. End, conclude with resolution and insight. Highlight the lessons learned or the benefits achieved, tying them back to your audience's goals or challenges. For example, if you're promoting a fitness program, your story might begin with someone struggling to maintain their health, transition to their journey of adopting small changes, and end with their transformation into a healthier, more confident version of themselves. The impact of storytelling and influence. Storytelling isn't just a tool for captivating an audience, it's a means of embedding your message into their memory and motivating them to take action. A well-crafted story can make complex ideas easier to understand, address objections indirectly, and create an emotional connection that fosters trust. Consider the following applications of storytelling and influence. Marketing, share customer success stories or brand origin tales to build credibility and inspire trust. Leadership, use stories to convey vision, instill values, and motivate teams. Personal growth, share your journey of overcoming challenges to inspire others and build rapport. By mastering the art of storytelling, you can transform your communication from transactional to transformational, leaving a lasting impact on those you aim to influence. Chapter 7, Building Influence Through Consistency. Consistency is a cornerstone of influence. People trust what they see as stable and reliable, whether it's a brand, a leader, or a personal relationship. Establishing and maintaining consistency in your actions, messaging, and behavior builds credibility and fosters long-term trust. Consistency operates on two levels, internal and external. Internally, it reflects alignment between your values, goals, and actions. Externally, it involves how others perceive your reliability and dependability. Both are critical to building influence. Internal consistency, aligning your actions with your values. Influence starts with authenticity. When your actions align with your core values and beliefs, you project sincerity and integrity. Internal consistency ensures that your influence is ethical and sustainable, creating deeper connections with your audience. To develop internal consistency, define your core values, identify the principles that guide your decisions and behavior. Write them down to keep them at the forefront of your actions. Set clear goals, align your goals with your values to ensure your efforts are focused and meaningful. Evaluate your actions, regularly assess whether your behavior reflects your stated values. Adjust as needed to maintain alignment. For instance, a leader who prioritizes transparency should consistently communicate openly with their team. Any deviation from this value could erode trust and diminish their influence. External consistency, building reliability in perception. External consistency involves how others experience your behavior and messaging over time. People are more likely to trust and follow someone who is predictable in their reliability and actions. Strategies for external consistency include: maintain a clear message. Stick to a core message or theme in your communication to avoid confusing or alienating your audience. Deliver on promises. Honor your commitments, no matter how small. Reliability reinforces trust and demonstrates respect for others. Establish routines. Regular patterns of behavior, such as weekly updates or consistent content delivery, create a sense of stability. For example, a brand that promises high-quality customer service must consistently deliver on that promise in every interaction. Any lapse can damage the perception of the brand's reliability. The role of consistency in behavioral influence. Consistency doesn't just foster trust, it also influences behavior by leveraging the psychological principle of commitment. Once people commit to an idea, belief, or action, they are more likely to remain consistent with that commitment in the future. This is especially true when commitments are made publicly. To use consistency as a behavioral tool. Encourage small initial actions. Start with low-stakes commitments that are easy to fulfill. These initial steps often lead to larger actions as people seek to remain consistent. Reinforce progress. Highlight and celebrate milestones to remind people of their commitment and motivate continued action. Create opportunities for public commitment. Encourage individuals to share their goals or decisions with others, making it more likely they'll stick to them. For instance, a nonprofit organization might ask donors to sign a pledge to support a cause. Once the pledge is made, donors are more likely to follow through with financial contributions or volunteer efforts. Consistency in leadership and relationships. In leadership, consistency sets the tone for organizational culture and team dynamics. A consistent leader creates an environment of stability and trust where team members feel secure and motivated to perform. In personal relationships, consistency strengthens bonds by showing others that they can rely on you. This applies to friendships, partnerships, and professional relationships alike. Key practices for maintaining consistency in leadership and relationships. Be transparent about expectations. Clearly communicate your expectations and ensure they remain stable over time. Act fairly and predictably. Avoid erratic decisions or behavior, as these can undermine trust. Follow through on commitments. Consistently deliver on your promises to demonstrate integrity. Consistency is not about rigidity or refusing to adapt. It's about establishing a dependable foundation that allows for growth and evolution without losing the trust and reliability you've built. Whether in leadership, marketing, or personal development, consistency amplifies your influence by showing others that you are a stable and trustworthy presence in their lives. Chapter 8: Mastering the Influence Algorithm. Mastering influence is not about manipulation, it's about understanding human behavior, creating authentic connections, and delivering value in a way that resonates deeply with others. By applying the principles and strategies outlined in this book, you can decode the patterns that drive decision-making, control the narrative to align with your goals, and ultimately dominate in any area where influence plays a role. As you move forward, remember the key takeaways. Influence begins with awareness of your audience, environment, and self. The principles of persuasion, reciprocity, social proof, authority, and others are tools to guide, not pressure, those you seek to influence. Authenticity, trust, and consistency are the foundation of lasting influence. Stories, tailored offers, and well-structured messaging amplify your ability to inspire action. Influence is a skill that grows with practice, reflection, and adaptation. Whether your goal is to inspire a team, build a business, or simply become a more effective communicator, the influence algorithm is your guide to achieving remarkable outcomes. Use it wisely, and your ability to decode, control, and dominate will transform not only your life, but also the lives of those you touch. Thanks for listening, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and also click the small bell icon to receive a notification every time a new free audiobook has arrived. Thanks again.